Welcome to the Cell Guru show. Now again, we've got a lot. In fact, this show is bursting it seems, because I've got lots of phones, lots of comparisons, shootouts, and then we've also got the Indian Mobile Congress. Now, that's becoming a showcase and a statement of what we in India will really be able to do. But this year, the IMC became about 5G. So we'll go there, we'll talk about that and all the demonstrations and how 5G will change our life. So first of all, we'll get started on our journey with this, the Samsung Galaxy A7. Remember, this is the phone with 3 cameras at the back, 1 in the front. This is not the one with 4 cameras, that's the A9, and that will be in our hands soon. Then an epic shootout between these two. The iPhone XS Max and the Google Pixel 3 XL. Now, this is really a story that everybody's been vying for. We've done various comparisons, including right in the beginning, and we've done a comparison of the cameras too. But right now, this is going to be an epic battle on all fronts. Only one can come out as a winner. Then, of course, like I said, we'll go to the IMC. Time to get started.
Samsung seems to be stepping up their number game with the new Galaxy A7 that comes with 3 cameras at the back. We review the phone and tell you if the 3 cameras go that extra mile in this mid-range phone. This year's biggest flagships are all out, and we pit the biggest 2 in the ultimate battle. This is the iPhone XS Max versus the Google Pixel 3 XL. Which one stands tall amongst these big boys? The second edition of India Mobile Congress took place, and amongst all, the tech 5G stole the spotlight. We bring you the big updates from this tech event.
But of course, before we start with all those stories, let's get started with, of course, headlines coming in from the world of mobiles.
Diwali wishes on WhatsApp became a little more creative this year since the company has launched sticker packs for both Android and iOS users. These stickers add a little bit of fun and flavor to WhatsApp chats and range from different characters, moods, topical trends, festivals and more. You can save stickers as favorites from others and even download and add to your sticker library. So go ahead and liven up your chats. Is it a phone? Is it a tab? Or is it a candy bar? Say hello to the foldable future. Samsung has unveiled its foldable phone technology called the Infinity Flex Display, wherein the phone comes with a tablet-sized screen that can be folded up to fit into a pocket. This was unveiled at a developer conference and comes with a 7.3-inch tablet display. There's no word yet on when this gadget will go from a concept to a reality.
We'll start off with our top story. This is the Samsung Galaxy A7. Now, this is an interesting phone from Samsung because Samsung's been doing well in the top area, the line where the Galaxy S series and the Note series comes in. But anything else, it's not really been innovating. And then they come up with this, the A7. Lots of people calling it a very gimmicky phone because it has 3 cameras at the back. Well, if it was gimmicky, then they did one better with the A9. They came up with 4 cameras at the back. So today we will review this and find out, is there really a benefit with 3 cameras at the back, even though they are completely dramatically different from each other? That and the entire review.
2 might be company, but 3 is a crowd. And in this case, it might just be a party. Meet the Samsung Galaxy A7, the 2018 edition. This phone boasts of 3 cameras, making it the first Samsung phone to have a trio of lenses on the rear. It comes as a mid-range offering from the company, priced at 23,990 rupees. But does this phone have more than just its many cameras going for it? And how good is the trio of cameras on this phone? Let's find out. The Samsung Galaxy A7 is all glass and shiny. We got the striking blue color for review and loved the sleekness of the phone. The phone does not sport a notch and opts for the Infinity display that Samsung is well known for. It's a large phone with a 6-inch screen, but what really takes the cake here is the display. It comes with a Full HD Plus display and a brilliant Super AMOLED display as well, which has vibrant colors and is less seen in mid-range phones. There's a fingerprint scanner which has been put in the power button itself, making some clever use of space. But all that space has gone into the 3-camera setup at the back. There's a 24-megapixel primary sensor, an 8-megapixel lens and a 5-megapixel lens with a depth sensor for bokehs. The 8-megapixel lens is the ultra-wide-angle lens which has a 120-degree point of view when taking pictures. These pictures offer great depth. The portrait mode is in the form of live focus mode on this phone, and the edge detection is pretty good on this phone. In terms of the front shooter, there's a 24-megapixel lens. The selfies were good in outdoor shoots and nice depth as well, but the beauty mode is better turned off. The battery backup is decent for a regular day of use at 3300 mAh, Under the hood, the A7 is powered by the Exynos 7885 chipset, which performs well in day-to-day situations. A slight lag might be felt only in heavy gaming. The phone comes with a 4GB or 6GB RAM variant and it runs on Android 8.1 Oreo with Samsung Experience UI. Our verdict? The Samsung Galaxy A7 screams style. The shiny finish is striking, although it can attract smudges. The 3-eyed back gives very good shots and the wide-angle shots are particularly impressive. But the star of the show, surprisingly, is not the trio of cameras, but actually the stunning display that the phone comes with. A Super AMOLED display makes the colors really pop on this phone, and we love the Infinity display making a small comeback. The phone price goes up to 28,990 rupees, which does make it an expensive proposition. But if you're looking at a camera-centric mid-range phone, then the Samsung Galaxy A7 is a good option.
And now for, I think, the most epic shootout. It happens every single year, and there's a big build-up to it. This is the iPhone XS Max versus the Google Pixel 3 XL. Right in the beginning, I said we've done various comparisons, but this is the full comparison from design, style, material, what innovation has come from the previous version of each of these phones, and then we pit them against each other. Remember, there's only one rule. Only one of them can win.
It's now time for the showdown of the year between two monster flagships, the iPhone XS Max and the Google Pixel 3 XL. Let's dive in. Notch haters, you have no choice. The Pixel 3 XL has a notch, as does the iPhone XS Max. We do like the two-tone all-glass premium look of the Pixel 3 XL. There is a fingerprint sensor on the back of the Pixel, which does look odd. But the XS Max is the most stunning phone in comparison. It comes with almost no bezels, a clean back and no fingerprint sensor. So the iPhone wins this point. While the XS Max comes with a bigger 6.5-inch screen in comparison to the Pixel 3 XL's 6.3-inch screen, the Pixel has a Quad HD OLED panel which has a higher resolution than the iPhone XS Max's OLED screen. This will hardly matter since the difference is pretty minute, and both phones have vivid displays. The notch on the Pixel 3 XL is also slightly more distracting than the one on the iPhone. Coming to optics, most people have announced the Pixel 3 XL to be the camera phone of the year, and we agree. While the XS Max has two 12-megapixel lenses on the back, one of which is a telephoto lens to enable portrait mode and 2x optical zoom, the Pixel 3 XL packs in only one lens. But the machine learning in this smartphone guarantees the perfect shot and one lens feels enough. Features like Top Shot and Super Red Zoom do make pictures more vivid and creative on the Pixel. The Pixel also packs in a secondary wide-angle lens next to the selfie camera for group selfies. We did love the studio lighting and portrait lighting effects in the iPhone, but beyond that, the Pixel offers much more when it comes to camera. The Pixel 3 XL comes with a 3430 mAh battery, while the XS Max packs in a 3174 mAh battery. So the Pixel 3 XL wins this point. The Pixel 3 XL is powered by a Snapdragon 845 chipset and comes with 4GB RAM, while the XS Max sports Apple's mighty A12 Bionic processor, which is a superior beast and blows almost every other phone out of the water. While both phones are fast and lag-free, we feel this point goes to the iPhone. And price may just be the point which tips the balance in favor of either phone. While the Pixel 3 XL comes for 83,000 rupees for the 64GB variant, the iPhone XS Max costs a whopping 1,09,900 rupees for the same variant. That's a difference of almost 25,000 rupees and may just make the Pixel a more accessible flagship. The Cell Guru verdict. While the iPhone XS Max is a stunning smartphone with an unrivaled performance, the Pixel 3 XL could be the camera phone of the year with a better battery. And the price may tip the balance in favor of the Pixel 3 XL. But then again, Apple loyalists know what they want.
This is the second chapter, the India Mobile Congress. It was a surprising big hit in its first year, but this year it's absolutely blown everybody's socks off. So what's the India Mobile Congress? It really is all about us, Indians. And you know how you have the Mobile World Congress? This now has become literally, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you how big this is. It starts from this hall and carries right through all the way till there. And these are German hangars the size of football fields. Of course, I'm describing it to you, I'm going to go inside. So what is it that we can discover inside? I think this year, and I'm making predictions right now, it's all going to be about 5G. Something that was supposed to be around the corner, up there in the sky, has turned into reality. We are, what, about a year and a half away from 5G becoming a reality here in India. And the rest of the world may be 6 months ahead of us. But how does it change our lives? How does it go from those big bang technology and moves to something that will change our lives on a daily basis? I've been told inside are amazing demos, from driverless cars on 5G to robotic surgeries to a whole lot more. So I'm going to take you inside. There are startups, there's 5Gs, there are network service providers. There's a lot happening at the India Mobile Congress. We start our journey right now.
India's premier mobile technology conference, the India Mobile Congress, was held in New Delhi. The second edition of the event saw mobile, internet and technology companies come together on one platform to showcase, discuss and collaborate on future technologies. And the theme of this year's event sure set the ball rolling. New digital horizons, connect, create, innovate. And at the heart of this was the onset of 5G in India.
So we'll start our mobile for the future journey right here. This is Reliance Jio, and of course they're working with Ericsson. I'm going to show you Ericsson also and the kind of things that they have as demonstrations, because I think this time, if you really see the Mobile India Congress, it's becoming all about what can be the next big thing. So out here, the demo is very interesting. This is Ericsson technology. He's actually controlling a simulator out here. And as you can see on that screen there, there's a girl out there. That car is in IIT Delhi. So it's what, about 30 kilometers away from here, and everything that he does here, that driverless car is actually responding. So she's outside the car right now, and that's a pre-made video, that car out there will drive itself. And he's doing all kind of gimmicks to make the car do something that shouldn't happen, and he completely fails. I'm going to show you this, I'm going to show you more demos from Reliance Jio, and we'll move on to some other big things.
This car might be stationary here, but it is actually being remote controlled and is moving at another location in the city. This is a 5G connected car that was at the Jio booth at India Mobile Congress. Indian telecom major Reliance Jio along with Ericsson demonstrated joint use case scenarios of 5G in India. This was best demonstrated through this 5G connected car that leveraged 3.5 GHz speed and ultra-low latency capabilities to showcase remote operation of machines. In this case, this car. This will allow for remote operations in hazardous environments like mining in the future. Other than this, Ericsson also showcased VR-assisted driving. A bus was connected to a 5G network and a camera was mounted on the roof of the car to stream over a live 5G network.
How's the 5G rollout looking all over the world? Which are the countries that will actually be there to win the race, to be one of the first?
No, I think obviously now, as we said last time, that 5G was coming earlier than expected. It actually is like that. It has been launched in US by Verizon, as you know. It is happening in US. It is happening in Australia. I was actually there with the CEO of the company, Bori, and with the Tesla executive team, where we have signed an agreement, and they have already launched 5G in Australia as well. When it comes to the use case, it's mainly fixed wireless access.
Correct.
And so mobile will come. We start next year, and then obviously the whole ecosystem needs to bring the cost down so that then 5G will be viable for India maybe 2020, 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that's exactly my next question. So when does this start happening in India? Both at a commercial level as well. We're seeing incredible demos here, which means 5G is ready.
First of all, the spectrum needs to be available, because now the spectrum we are using is just licensed temporarily by the regulator. The spectrum needs to be made available to the operators. Then you need also to make sure that the whole network planning, the backhauling, so it's not only the radio piece, but you have also the backhaul piece that you need to invest on. And then the ecosystem of the phones, of the smartphone, needs to be developed to a level where you can make it accessible for the Indian population.
So you come to an event like this, the India Mobile Congress, and what do you really expect? Demos, people saying we are the best, we've got the best technology, lots of geeks, nerds. You don't expect this, do you? I mean, look at her, she's really piling in the moves. Now the entire team that's come with me to shoot this event wanted me to do that. I got saved by a technicality. that the mics that we have today are wired, and they don't want to show the wires to you. Otherwise, you would see me doing exactly that. Show me the move that you were teaching me, that slightly more complex. Yeah, she wanted me to do that. Now, if you're thinking, why is she doing that? There's a very good reason. You've seen those special effects in movies, especially Hollywood movies. They get people, actors, to wear these body suits that track every single movement. That is one of the world's first real-time human pose recognition. As she moves, her entire body, 14 points of her body are being tracked. I'm showing it to you right now what it looks like. She's moving and a phone, no other equipment required, is tracking it. Now imagine if all this technology is used for apps. You're doing yoga, you're doing a workout, you're learning how to play cricket. It will tell you exactly what is right or wrong with the pose, with posture, with style, with movement. It will tell you all right and all wrong. I mean, I have a feeling that this is not a good segment for coaches, because your life and your time is numbered. So this is all happening because of MediaTek's next level of their processor. You've seen the magic of the P60. We're moving now to the next generation, the P70. This is just one of the things it can do. There's a whole lot more. Take a look.
After the powerful Helio P60, MediaTek has launched the next-gen chipset, the Helio P70. This, they claim, is 13% faster in performance and comes with a dual APU on board. The high-resolution depth engine gives a 3 times boost in depth mapping performance. And it was these speeds and features that were showcased by MediaTek at India Mobile Congress. This chipset enables real-time human pose detection because of the dual APU.
So we think the most significant improvement on P70 will be still on AI. Yeah, we believe with the much powerful dedicated AI processor on P70, the smartphones will enable many different kinds of interesting applications. For example, P70 could detect that most important, it is real-time detection for the human's pose. They will enable many different kinds of applications, especially on education, online education, online entertainment. So we are looking forward to work with the local Indian companies to make this happen.
And not just this little jig, MediaTek also demoed face identification as compared to the latest iPhone, showing it to be highly secure and accurate. Video calls on the Helio P70 are also said to be better as the chip uses an AI-based video encoder which enhances video quality. One of the first phones to come with this chipset will be Oppo's sub-brand, Realme. And since the focus was on 5G, companies like Nokia also showcased their 5G prowess. There was a smart ambulance displayed which had a 4K camera attached to it and can be sent to remote villages to collect stats of a patient and send them to the doctor at 5G speeds through the live stream. And another fun one, virtual reality with 5G for gaming was also on display and drew large crowds. But apart from all the 5G use case scenarios, one company put the focus on artificial intelligence in their phones and chipset. Huawei displayed its latest portfolio of phones with AI and its brand new and powerful Kirin 980 chipset that was recently launched with the Huawei Mate 20 series.
What we have announced today is the Kirin 980, which is a groundbreaking technology. Now, what is so different about this chipset? This silicon is the world's first 7nm silicon, very wafer thin, but it has 2 neural processing units. The earlier technology that we actually introduced was just with 1 NPU. Now with dual NPUs, you can actually process videos in real time. Now I'm going to quickly tell you what it's to a use case. Now we're talking about autonomous vehicles. And for autonomous vehicles, the most important is to process videos in real time so that the vehicle can stop when there's a pedestrian crossing or a dog crossing. Now this is possible due to the dual NPU and the EmotionUI 9.0 that we have actually put on top of the silicon.
So we keep talking 5G, and every time I show you a prototype, usually the receiver and the transceiver are somewhere like this big, and I always make that joke that this is like your 5G phone, except it won't be this big. So now I'm going to show you what your 5G phone will actually look like. Durga has it with him. So Durga, fantastic to see that Qualcomm already has a prototype or a proof of concept. And this is a working model. We'll power it on later and actually show everybody. So tell me, what is it that you have and what you're doing with the 5G phone when there are no 5G networks right now to try it out on commercially?
So this is a Qualcomm reference design, and this reference design device is a smartphone handheld form factor. And if I turn it around, this is fully capable of both 4G and 5G in millimeter wave bands and in sub-6 bands. A lot of questions used to come up on, can we ever do 5G in a handheld form factor, in a smartphone form factor? And the answer is absolutely yes. And yes, it does work with our networks, the test networks that we have. And this will be used in field trials as we actually go about through commercialization. As you know, 5G is going to be commercialized in 2019, starting from the first half of 2019 through US, Korea, Europe, Australia, Japan and China. So we're going to be using this quite extensively, so stay tuned.
A 5G commercial mobile handheld device, front and most importantly back. It's no longer just something from fantasies. It's now real, it will happen, and you saw it here first.